Ever wonder why most people borrow money the way they do? They use loans and credit cards without giving it much thought. Want it now but don't have all the money for it? Hey, no problem. I'll just put it on this little piece of plastic and it's mine. Buy now, pay later has become a way of life for the normal American. Right now, the average total household credit card debt is over $15,000, and the average student loan debt is about $30,000. That's a lot of money to pay back, and that doesn't even count the interest. Later in this class, you're going to learn why credit cards and car loans are such a terrible idea. But first, we need to ask a question. How did we get here? Let's take a quick look at the evolution of the credit industry in America. Before 1917, buying things on credit was extremely rare. That's because there were laws preventing lenders from charging high enough interest rates. That meant lenders couldn't make much money by offering loans to working Americans, so they didn't bother with it. Sure, there were small-time loan sharks who took advantage of broke, scared, and desperate people. But these were shady businesses, and the high interest rates they charged were totally illegal. Jump ahead to 1920. World War I had ended, and the consumer demand for big-ticket manufactured products skyrocketed. Around that time, lawmakers were trying to shut down the illegal loan sharking industry, so they relaxed the credit laws and made it profitable for respectable banks to offer loans. And what do you get when you mix consumer demand for stuff and the legalization of personal loans? Well, in the 1920s, you got the birth of the American credit industry. Then a little bit later, at the tail end of the 20s and into the 30s, the Great Depression was raging. The government relaxed lending laws even more to help banks stay profitable. Then, moving into World War II, the economy improved a lot because the war created a ton of new jobs. After the war, the soldiers came home, the economy was in a lot better shape, and the lending laws were still relaxed. That pretty much set the stage for the birth of the credit card in the 1950s. Debt was becoming easier and more socially acceptable for the consumer, and it was more profitable for the lenders. It was a perfect storm. The credit monster has grown like crazy since then. In the past 50 or 60 years, debt has gone from something people were a little ashamed of to something that's totally normal in our culture. Banks keep coming up with all new and different ways to get our money. Everything from high interest rates to a million different little fees that pick our pockets. And we as a society have become so addicted to debt that we still get excited when we're approved for a credit card. We think, hooray, I've been given the opportunity to lose all my money and spend my life in debt. I'm so lucky. The bottom line is that a lot of people you think look wealthy are completely broke. A big house, nice car, and flashy jewelry may look great on the outside, but most of the time these days, it just means that the mailbox is filled with outrageous bills and that the house is filled with unbelievable stress about how to pay for them. This is not the American dream. It's a trap. But there's a better way.
Do you budget?
I hate budgeting. It's like my least favorite thing to do.
Tends to be really tense. We usually don't talk about it unless we need to.
It's one of those chores that you tend to put off and put off and put off.
I know it's something I need to do, but I don't necessarily have the greatest feeling about it.
Then why bother with budgeting?
To be homeowners one day.
Prospect of saving money for college for not just one, but 3 children.
For my husband and I to be able to have money to retire at a decent age.
We invite you to experience EveryDollar, a new budgeting tool based on a proven plan that has already helped millions with their money.
This would actually give me visibility to what is going on in our budget. I mean, we can see how much money we're saving for the kids' college and how much we spent in groceries last month.
I don't have to log into my bank account. It's all in one place.
You don't have to guess anything. It shows you step by step what you need to do to plan and to prepare.
EveryDollar allows me to focus my money on what matters.
See how easy budgeting can be at EveryDollar.com. It's free.
Just gonna take it with me.